Podche Production.
Gonna be the little darling. We'll go riding on the horses, yeah, yeah. Way up in the sky, little darling. And if you fall, I'll pick you up and pick you up.
You started again. That was a good effort, though.
Yeah.
All right, bonus round. Here we are. 10 in the bin.
10 in the bin. Oh, there's a few things.
There are a few 10 in the bins.
Few teams that want to chuck in the bin, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't get to see the Broncos game. But it didn't look good.
No,
Well, it was gonna come.
yeah.
Don't you reckon?
It looked really rusty. Like, there was a few forward passes in there. There was a lot of drop ball in the second half. Like, we got what we deserved.
Right.
We got what we deserved.
I look at the changes. I think they have. I swear they've hit 30 players now,
So I think
which is a lot.
we got young Coates.
I think he's 30.
He's making his debut. He's our 30th player this year. So last year we won the grand final. We used 27 players.
Right.
This year we've already used 30
Before
players.
Origin.
Yeah,
Those 27
wow,
usually will come around Origin.
So it just
Yeah,
shows
right.
how deep we had to go into
Yeah,
the list.
yeah.
It's been great. I think last year Ben Toltzi was our only debutant for the club. But this year I think we've had four or five club,
at least.
club debutants already.
Yeah, okay.
But in my eyes, this was coming just purely because the changes in combos as playmakers.
Too many. Too many.
There's way too many. The outside backs, there was three on the weekend, 3 changes, I believe.
Yeah.
Right.
And it was going to come. I'm not saying, that's the only reason they lost. They did play poorly in certain areas and patches. And Manly are way too good at the moment to give them an inch. And they took it and they played really well. Not really well, but they played well enough.
You'd say pretty comfortably Manly are going to be in the 8?
I've moved them up.
Yeah, maybe
easily.
now, yeah.
I've moved them up top 4 or 5. The
Yeah.
way they're playing,
Yeah.
it's the Manly, not Manly of old, but they're getting back close to the Manly of old.
Yeah. I saw Shawnee Johnson talk about Kieran Foran as a player
Yeah.
and like rooming with him in the past and how inspirational he was as a leader and how he could just playing in your team get you up for the game for the occasion. How many times New Zealand came in as underdogs against Australia and Shawnee Johnson said that every time Kieran was like Kieran would fire him up before the game would even start.
Yeah,
So I reckon that's what he's doing for the players there at the moment. He's kept things simple in the sense that he's gone, these are our non-negotiables. This is what we do out there on the field, and I want you to go out there and play footy for one another. And that's the way they're playing at the moment, and it's entertaining to watch. The Bronx are just on the wrong side of it.
Yeah.
And you've really got to simplify your game when it comes to having so many players out and so many players in different positions. Like we just need to go back to a real basic brand of footy and just go out there and compete. And we were just out there trying too hard and like not in a bad way, but we got exactly what we deserved.
Speaking of entertaining, how good was to see the Storm put on a ton of points.
Finally!
They just unloaded. It was like once they started scoring, the pressure was off, and they just went nuts.
Their start was insane. I thought their start was amazing. Tigers didn't help themselves.
No.
Drop ball. I think they had 1 completed set, and Melbourne might have had 9.
Yeah.
Some ridiculous stat, and they scored nearly every second set. In that first 20 odd minutes. And look, I was stoked to see them scoring and happy and smiling.
Yeah.
Am I convinced that they're back? No, I'm not going to say they're back.
No, but they're still a good team.
They're still a good team, and that still showed that
And that's
they've
what
still
they can
got
do,
it.
yeah.
Hughes controlled things and ran the team around. Munster was dancing, having fun and throwing balls, and they just looked like they were enjoying it. So I feel like we all want to see just from that go up again.
Yeah, I think whoever done Cameron Munster's teeth are happy now.
Yeah, very
He's
happy.
Smiling.
He was smiling.
He's
Yeah, he's
smiling
happy.
now. Yeah,
They're getting a good show.
So,
They're getting a good, you know, on all the TVs. They're getting great coverage now.
Yeah, so whoever did his teeth, well done. You've done a great job.
And you do a few others.
It's good seeing it like pre-Origin as we lead up to Origin.
Oh, but look at these things.
Look at those. As we
chips.
get towards Origin, it's great seeing Munster starting to get a bit of form.
Yeah.
Yeah, and not that he's been playing bad.
No.
You know, this for Munster, when you see him having fun, like Oti was saying, you know, doing those show and goes, dancing around, stepping a few guys, putting the fend on, that's when you know he's playing his best footy. And it was almost as this, again, I go back to the same thing as what the Broncos are going through at the moment. They're trying too hard.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it was so good to see them.
Yeah. Like I remember Wayne used to say, if chat's sometimes the best thing that brings out your game, do it. Like Munster.
You didn't shut up.
No, but
you didn't shut up.
But I was never throwing chat because
You're just talking.
I'd lose.
Yeah.
I'd lose that fight every time. But he's a chatter. He gets under your skin with his words, and that's what he loves. He loves the reaction, and I haven't seen that all year from him.
So what would he be saying to an opposition player, like in a tackle
He's not as feel getting flogged by a gimp or something like that.
right.
He'd look like he hit you hard.
Yeah.
But he'd make you out to feel like you actually did get hit hard by 5'8". Like just rip into you, rub your head in the ground, throw dirt in your face. Which I love seeing it. Because
he's not as ruthless as Will Chambers. Will Chambers used to do research on your family and he used to go deep diving on any of your shit.
And it'd scare you.
It was
He
all
scared
time.
me.
I absolutely loved it. But on the flip side, the West Tigers, I think Adam Dewey is the biggest out for him. Like he brings so much energy. And like when I think of West Tigers and like over the last few seasons, he is the West Tigers. Yeah. So I think, like having him out, they really struggled. So we'll see what they're going to do going forward.
The big man May, he was ruled out late. He was having a baby.
Yeah, okay.
Which I think, again, Dewey's that leader, I think, of the control of the team.
Yeah.
He's their platform setter. He's the enforcer.
Yeah.
He starts it. He leads it from first kickoff.
Right.
First hit or first carry, you know, he leads it. And that's why I think they missed too. And it was the idea of Tigers wasn't there on the weekend. So
that was a 44-16, so another 60-point game.
Yeah.
The other 60-point game was Cowboys Eels. Actually, that was 63. The Eels ended up with a field goal and then a penalty after the field goal.
Yeah,
it was weird.
It's a weird rule, but
they still won.
Yeah, still won.
But I
still don't understand the rule, but it's a rule. So
it
had
went
to
through.
happen. Yeah, but there's a few moments there, especially towards the end, where there was a great opportunity for the Cowboys to ice that game, and they kept on letting the Eels back into the game. Yeah. And that's what worried me about this game at the end of the day was it was such a big milestone game for Jason Taumalolo, which sometimes can be a little bit of a distraction. But they also didn't show up for him in the sense that they should have iced this game. They're winning the games they shouldn't win at the moment and not winning the ones they should. Cowboys.
My question is, how many are they going to win now? Tommy's out for 12 weeks.
Yeah, I know. So he's gone in for a syndesmosis.
10 to 12 weeks.
It's an ankle.
Ankle.
So you got the
little
two
button.
bones.
You get the little button on
You got the two bones either side of
your
your ankle, and then there's a ligament in between.
Yeah.
And when you tear that ligament, they screw through and they put a lasso in there. And they lasso the bone together while the tendon heals.
Pull the bones back together.
Yeah.
And I can't see how many they're going to win now.
Yeah.
Like, and it doesn't matter who you come up against. Like, geez, that kid was their team.
Yeah.
You know, they'll have who's
in saying that, I'm saying like you've got Jake Clifford there at the moment who's been playing brilliant this year.
He's playing brilliant.
But what's going to happen, I think, off the back of this is I think he's going to go into Origin, so they're going to lose another half.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not good for them at all.
So Dearden obviously out there for
I don't
Queensland,
know
but
who they got,
we'll talk.
because Duffy's here.
We'll get both of your Origin
talk about
picks
it later.
on the podcast tomorrow.
Yeah.
But that's another huge scoring game, and there was a couple of 80-point games last weekend.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? That's obviously to do with the 6 again rule, right?
Yeah.
And the
It's
speed of the
fatigue.
game.
Well, my big question from this round Well, not from this round, but from the start of this season. So the fatigue factor, right?
Yeah.
How much it's putting on the players. You know,
How much more pressure?
No, but it's not just that. So I look at the fatigue on the players, yes. Decision making, yes. But the on the body, I believe it's resulting in more head knocks and more injuries. Do you reckon the game where they believe is getting more exciting has actually become more dangerous?
Yeah, 100%. I even just look at the Broncos. How many knee injuries have we had at the Broncos this year? So knee injuries come from, a couple of them have come from tired defenses.
Yeah.
So that's when you start getting your hip drops and those types of tackles come through. And then a lot of the times too, from an attacking point of view, you're not putting yourself in a strong enough position to brace up, brace for the hit, hitting the ground to make sure you can get up and quick play the ball.
Am I correct in saying fatigue also puts fatigue in your muscles, in your tendons?
In the tendons, yeah.
Like
And then,
they get fatigued.
yeah.
Right.
And then that creates more chance.
Who do we have?
The percentage goes up.
Yeah.
It's a high percentage chance of you actually
Yeah.
tearing one of those. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think they really thought about
Well,
that.
your tackle
side of it.
technique then goes
your
out.
tackle technique's out of
so
the
then
way.
you're standing more tall in the tackle. Then you can get more head-on-head contact. You're then reaching more in defense as well. So then that's when you start putting your shoulder, all your ligaments in your shoulders, your pecs into vulnerable positions.
Yeah.
So, I don't think you're wrong in saying that the 6 again rule has really brought fatigue into the game, which is then seeing more expansive attack and some really great footy to watch. But the risk and reward is the risk side is we're seeing more players being injured.
Yeah.
And like from a Broncos point of view, I like to say some of our best players are the ones that are out there getting injured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so if we want to see our best players out in the field for longer periods of time, we want these guys to have 100, 200, 300 game careers.
Yeah.
They're not going to get there if the game continues the way it's going to. And you can almost say goodbye to the big man as well because
and that it's been my fear. So last year I actually had this conversation with I can't remember who it was from the RLPA, but I was worried about this last year.
Yeah.
Like I started seeing more and more head knocks and injuries, like your knees, your ligaments, your hemis. And I think this year has proven that like it is too much.
Yeah.
There's way too much fatigue. Like you put more speed in the game, and we've got less interchange than we had 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
And
do
then
you know what I mean?
And then they've tried to then fix that by going, no, you can have 6 people on the bench.
Yeah.
now. And then
But that doesn't mean you can use all 6. You only
No,
use 4. still.
exactly.
Like
yeah. Unless you have 2 HIAs.
unless you have 2 HIAs, but then you're still down one player.
Yeah.
Right.
You know.
And as you were saying last week, we've taken the big hits out of the game.
Yeah, and
But because there's no time for anyone to be running
There's no
off
time to.
defense.
There's no time to have big hits now.
But then when they're trying to go for a big hit, like because they're fatigued, their decision making's slower, poorer, their bodies aren't moving properly. You know, you're being a little bit lazy in that dip, and if you don't dip enough now,
There's no dip.
but that's what I'm saying. If you don't dip and try
We've got
and
all
hit
the
a
chip
dude,
and no dip.
if you go in and his head actually, like if you hit him that hard, and you get even head on head contact now,
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, how do you fix that?
Yeah.
Like you can't. And now they're trying to slow the game down in a way so people are catching more. You know, so they're trying to slow the game down, but they can't because then they get penalised.
Yeah.
Or 6 again.
What do you mean catching? Just like
So you catch the first hitter is
Yeah.
catch.
You're not actually tackling.
You don't
anyone.
actually try and hit 'em
It's
hard.
more of a wrestling move where it's like kind of
You do
almost
hit,
a
but-
bear hug essentially.
Yeah,
you're still
right.
hitting with the shoulder enough to make contact and stop, but then you're trying to hold up, stand tall,
Which then
hold
brings
the ball,
more danger into the guy holding the ball because
and then
there's a chance of the knees,
someone
legs,
coming under the
The,
knees.
the third guy that's going to come in and
Yeah.
tackle you around the legs now is a little bit fatigued. He might have made 30 tackles already. Then he's not coming in with the same intent. He's maybe coming in a little bit lazy. That's when you start seeing the hip drops happen. So it's
there's a lot to go through. But I think there's been enough to show that it's a reason, and making the game more exciting has actually then made it more dangerous.
6 to go. Play on.
Yeah.
But they're not going to change it.
no.
So.
And I guess we've got to mention the Dragons. Like, is there any hope for them? But it's just been awful. What's going to happen, Magic
I've
Round?
had my say. You can have yours.
They're playing the Panthers.
They're playing the Panthers.
The last game of
Oh
Magic
my
Round.
God.
So, yeah, I don't know.
Look, it's going to be wet weather
You know
footy.
what? Hey, they're paying $11.
Okay.
Great odds.
Great odds. Well, we're going to come back and talk about every game in Magic Round, and we'll also get the Queensland Origin team from you too. So we'll do that in the
whole team.
in the podcast proper. Yeah, whole team.
Yeah, the whole team.
So we'll do that in the podcast will drop tomorrow. Don't forget to follow us and send us a screenshot when you do to our socials, and you can grab yourself a ticket in the meat tray. We're going to do that draw on tomorrow's podcast.